Hey, what is up guys? Flex Media here, bringing you yet another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Alright, so the question today, should I reroll an account? Or is this a good time to reroll an account? Now, that answer is kind of double-sided. The game itself is wanting to become less and less conducive to rerolls. So for instance, with the introduction to the Extreme Z area, basically they're wanting you to use either free-to-play units or really old units, so from 2 and 3 years ago and stuff. So again, not really conducive to rerolls. So that being said though, if you were to reroll, this is probably the banner to do it on. I mean, short of any major anniversary, this is it, and I'm going to show you why, and it's this guy right here, and specifically, yeah, this guy. So this is Trunks' Adolescence Future, Strong Will to Protect the Future. This translation says Future Guide. It's the Future Saga category, Ki +3, HP and Attack 170, and then Defense 130, or Superclass Allies, Ki +3, HP and Attack and Defense +120. So what does this mean? For those of you who are new, or maybe you're a long-time returning player or whatever, you're thinking about getting back into the game, this is a really good leader skill. It could potentially be the single best leader skill in the game. I would say this one, it's close to the top. The best one might be the LR Gohan and Goten. But this one might be just a little bit better because you have such a wide variety of units. If you think about every single super type unit in the game, you can run them on this team. So your possibly, or more than likely, your best units that you have, whether it be, SS4 Goku or Vegeta or any of the Dokkan Fest LRs, including the Gobros, you can run them on this team. I mean, not to mention any super type EZA units, you can run them on this team. Just the possibilities truly are pretty limitless. Not to mention all of the future type or future saga, even extreme units that you can run on this team are just really good, between LR Goku Black, if you by chance have them, or Int Goku Black, any of the Zamasu units. I mean, technically, you could run the new AGL Zamasu on this team, because he's of course part of the Future Saga. So he's really good, a really versatile unit. And then this is the other reason I'd want you to run him, or slash reroll slash summon for this guy. It's this guy right here. He's going to make the Legendary Goku event an absolute joke if you manage to pull even one copy. You don't need dupes in him. He's going to be able to crit as a tech type unit. Just the normal 55% that he gets in the potential system from having 0 dupes makes him able to crit against UI Goku. So he's really good. He infinitely, as you can see in his super attack, he infinitely stacks his attack and defense. Transcendence oversized damage. These translations are very funny. All that means is immense damage. So that's all that means. So as you can see, he's getting attack and defense up 120%. He's going to start, let's see, start each turn. He's going to get Ki +4, and he's going to get an additional attack and defense up to 80%. So his attack, let's see, Yeah, so each turn, this is what makes him so good. So he's going to stack attack and defense on super attacks, right? He's also going to stack attack and defense each turn. So that's what makes him so dominant, is he stacks his defense so quickly, and his attack, but his defense he stacks so quickly. He's just going to be, you know, an absolute juggernaut for that event. Not to mention, I mean, you'll have to forgive me, the Dokkan, something is going on with the Dokkan Wiki. Shout out to the Dokkan Wiki, but I think sometimes during these, like, these transitions, so, like, all of these units are now, they're doing the global translations and stuff like that. So, like, for instance, is like, you know, yesterday when I was making my video, I could not find Copy Vegeta to save my life. So this is it. This is what we got. I can't really show you his transformation because the Dokkan Wiki doesn't have him in the system right now. I imagine they're just changing him, all of the verbiage over, right, to English. Anyway, so this guy in and of itself, in my opinion, makes it worthy of a reroll. Now, the other caveat to that is, I would recommend, if you were to do one, so number one, the website that I frequently use, it's not even, it is a website, but it's kind of a funky website. So just go on Facebook and look for Ultra Dokkan Discount, and then use code Tiger. Shout out to the boy Tiger Uppercut Media. He's really, really good. If for whatever reason you're not subscribed to him, you need to go subscribe to the boy Tiger. But you're going to get 15% off if you use that discount code. And I would recommend not getting a farmed account, because you can literally, if you pull this guy, which you will, you have really good odds of pulling him. If you get a rank 1 account with let's say 2,000 stones on it, you have a really good shot at pulling him. So anyway, guys, let's kind of check out the rest of the banner here. But I did want to show you guys, like, this guy in and of itself is worth the reroll. So okay, so like let's look at this guy. He's literally one of the top TURs in the entire game. Here's of course his Dokkan Awakened version. This guy does the movie hero category, so you will be able to, summoning on this banner, you know, let's assume that with 2,000 stones you can clear out you can kind of sweep the banner, if you will. And I think you'd be able to. I think you have a pretty good shot at doing that, unless you get ultra shafted. But, I mean, 2,000 stones should be enough to pull any unit. You know, we've all, maybe not all of us, but there's a couple of YouTubers who've had some notorious shafts. The homie Goresh, he went 20,000 stones without pulling the original Ink Gohan on his original banner. 20,000 stones he went. It was him summoning on the SS4 banners, and you got tickets, a random amount of tickets to summon for Gohan on a waifu banner. It's kind of like a weird thing. I'm glad they don't do shit like that anymore. So he went 20k stones without pulling. The Truth DT, again, shout out to The Truth. Both those guys are big influences to this channel. He went 8,000 stones between copies 4 and 5 of LR Goku and Frieza. Again, just it's honestly unheard of. You have like a 90% chance of pulling an LR. Like, you get up to like a 90% chance, I think, if you go 30 multis. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. It's really crazy. So, anyway, guys. Let's kind of, that was a bit of a tangent here, but let's kind of go over some of these other units and why you'd want them. So this guy is the movie hero category. He is, number one, this is Super Saiyan Gogeta, the strongest of the fusion that was beyond all, which is not the exact translation. But here we go. Movie hero category, Ki +3, HP and attack 170, defense 150. Or fusion, Ki +3, attack 170, HP and defense 130. Now, this guy, this is one of the top TURs in the entire game. He transforms after 5 turns He's dominant in every event in the game. Excuse me about that. Sorry about that. He's absolutely dominant. So again, he does like immense damage. He's got a 50% chance to dodge and a 100% chance to crit. He's so good. He's so good. He's got great links. Though again, not the exact translations. No big deal. You can go check him out on the Dokkan Wiki. This is DBZ Space, by the way. Shout out to both of those websites. They're both really good. So that is Gogeta. Very, very good. Future Gohan. Okay, so let's go and look at his awakened version. He's still good. Now, he has this nasty reputation, this nasty reputation of being a tank that can't tank, which is kind of funny. And the reason why is he builds up defense. So the less HP he has, the more defense he'll have, and he builds up damage reduction each turn up to 50%, as you guys can clearly see. So by turn 5, he's like an amazing tank, right? And if you're low on HP, he's even better. The problem is, you know, turn 1 and turn 2, he's just going to be garbage. I mean, unfortunately, it just is what it is. You know, he's just got really no redeeming qualities. That's a kind of a low attack stat for being fully rainbowed and that. So, you know, again, just kind of is what it is. However, in the Legendary Goku event, he's very, very effective, especially considering he has type advantage in the last phase of the battle, in UI Goku. So he's really good. He's the Future Saga category leader. You would, I would say 100 times out of 100 want to run the new Trunks. But if for whatever reason you only had this guy, he's a solid choice, right? And again, you can see his HP is only 130, attack and defense 170. So that's the difference there. But moving on, this guy again, one of the better units in the entire game. This is Evolution Blue Vegeta. He is the pure Saiyan category lead. HP and defense 170, attack 130. So that's probably his one drawback, is his leader skill. You know, you're getting that little bit of extra defense, but you're missing out on a bit of attack. And a lot of pure Saiyans have a really, really good attack stats, right? Like all of the Gokus, all the Vegetas, any pure Saiyan, right? They all have really good attack stats usually. So he stacks up defense before he transforms, right? So you can see right here. So attack 120. Defense up to 70%, and he stacks at 7% each attack. He gets guaranteed 3 attacks each turn, so that stacks up pretty quickly. Now after he transforms, again, this is one of the better units in the entire game. He begins to stack crit, right? So he's stacking, let's see, at the start of the turn, attack and defense 130, which is really good. He always gets 2 additional attacks, which means he has a really good chance of proccing an additional super attack. So for those of you who don't know how that works, every time you get an additional attack, you now have a 40% chance to get another additional attack. So usually bare minimum, he's bare minimum getting 3 attacks, and oftentimes you'll notice, especially if you have a Doob in him, he's going to get 2 additional attacks and either a 3rd additional normal attack or an additional super attack. So he's really, really good. He stacks crit every attack in this form. Again, really, really good. One of those cards that has aged pretty well over the years. Again, this guy, moving on, Tech Vegito Blue. Let's go to his awakened version. He is like, I don't want to say the original, but one of the original Rainbow leads. The original Rainbow lead, I guess you could say the Strength Gogeta, when he was buffing all allies, attack plus 7,000 or something like that. But yeah, this guy, he is the super type leader. HP, attack, and defense 120%, key plus 3. The caveat to his leader skill is you have to have one of each type for his leader skill to proc, right? So he's much better off just being ran on the, like, for instance, a different super type lead, or on the Future Saga. Or, I mean, you can run him on Patara or whatever. Realm of Gods he's on. He's really, really good. He stacks attack and defense every super attack. He has the potential, if he has even one dupe in him, he has the potential to do 4 super attacks. So he can potentially stack his attack and defense 4 times in one single turn. That's what makes him so good. So as you can see, he's got Onslaught of Seer. Oh my god, I'm not even going to begin to try to read that. But yeah, he's for sure going to at least do 1 additional attack, and then he's got a chance to do up to 2 more attacks. So again, you know, up to 4 super attacks in 1 turn. You know, I mean, it's not insanely likely that that happens, but if you give him full additional, you got a pretty good shot. So he's really good. We're almost done here, guys. This video is running kind of long. We'll probably make this into 2 videos, right? So a super and extreme type. This guy. This guy, boy, oh boy. Yeah, he's lacking. He's lacking. He's probably, not probably, he is for sure the worst unit on the banner. You know, I guess the cool part about him is I guess if you wanted to, you could run him on Trunks' team. However, you'd more than likely want to run any other Super Saiyan Trunks future. Either the LR, AGL, the Prime Battle one, or the Fizz EZA one. Basically any other one. There's an int free-to-play one who's not bad. I guess this guy's a little bit better than him. But this guy, yeah, his leader skill's not great. Key +1 is just so bad. HP attack and defense 70 is okay, but that key +1 is just, I would not want to run him as a leader. He lowers defense, which is not that great of an ability anymore. He has a nuking type passive where he's getting 15% attack only on int type key spheres. So again, you know, I got him. I pulled some real shenanigans and I was able to get him to about 2.5 million. But that was almost a full board of int type orbs. This is the guy you're hoping you don't pull. When you get the featured unit animation, this is the guy you don't want, especially if you're an old-timey player and you have him rainbowed. He's just not great. He really needs an EZA. I think he will get one, but he just, you know, is what it is. Okay, now this guy. This guy is still viable to this day, particularly if you're running like a super Fizz team. He's really good, and again, he's poised for an EZA as well. So again, this guy is a rainbow lead of super type allies, so he gets key +3 HP attack and defense 50%. So it's not the most insane leader skill. This dude's a really old unit though. He's like, I think he was the was he the New Year's celebration of like 2017 or something like? I'd have to fact check that, guys, but he's a couple years old now. He's aged pretty well. He can still hit for over 1 million, and he's another one who can get, I think he can get up to 3 super attacks. So let's see. Ultra high probability of an additional attack, and then he can get 2 additional attacks after that. So he's really good, especially if you have, you know, a dupe or 2 in him, which more than likely people will if you've been playing for any amount of time. So again, it's not the end of the world if you pull him, of course, unless, you know, you have him rainbowed already. I would probably hang on to him. Don't Baba him. He's going to get an EZA within the next year, I would say, which I know seems like a long... I mean, like, you might be sitting on those for a long time, but I think it'd be worth it. Save yourself an Elder Kai. Anyway, guys, he's really good. The only problem is more than likely you're going to be running Tech Vegito Blue or LR STR Vegito Blue over this guy on like a future team or whatever. But I run him every now and then just because it's fun to change it up. He does counter on normal attacks as well. So his APT, or his like average damage that he does per turn, yeah, average per turn damage, is still really good, right? Even to this day. So again, we're gonna cut the video off here. I just kind of wanted to show you guys this banner in and of itself is going to make it worth a reroll. Or, you know, number one on global, we're going to be getting discounted summons, you know, and we're going to be getting 3+1. So probably it'll go 35, 40, 45, and then free, and then it'll start with the 50 per multi. Okay, so, but that's the video, guys. If you like videos like these, go ahead and leave a like. Comment, let me know if you're going to reroll. Again, maybe wouldn't recommend it, but if you're like, if you like just coming back and maybe your account's really not up to snuff, maybe it is worth a reroll. I don't think it's the worst idea in the world for this banner alone. But again, subscribe here if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.